Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I'm Dayna Pereira.
And this is Brimstone.
Brim, you have been a busy man. How was that tree lighting ceremony?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. You know, got to be with the families of the local peoples. You know what I mean? It was nice. It was very wonderful. It's always good to hear the local politicians who like to rub each other off and say, "Oh, tonight's the first night of Hanukkah, right?" And no, that's another like week and a half from now, bro. Like, at least if you're gonna do it, like try to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, listen, I appreciate the thought. But but nobody wants to. I'm cool with most of them, but I don't need to sit there and be on stage with 10 different politicians who all they care about is themselves and not their constituents. You know what I mean? So
Damn. I mean, I was hoping for some fun Christmas tree lighting shit. They had Brim, the Jewish man, up there for the tree lighting. And that sounds like a bummer of a tree lighting.
I know. No, that was just one part of it. I do it every year for them. And I love them there. I do it with the Chamber of Commerce and with the town itself. And what do you call it? They're very sweet to me. They love me and they appreciate me being there. So I, of course, am going to be there and doing it with them. It went a lot faster than normal this year. There were a lot less people that were involved, the schools and so forth from the district.
Yeah.
So where it usually takes about 2 hours and then some, it was done in an hour, and the politicians weren't there yet. They weren't, even on site yet. We were about to do the last group, which was a dance group, and Santa started coming, so we had to do Santa for, they lit the tree before they were supposed to light the tree, then shut the tree off. It was a to do, but it worked out. I did the countdown. Santa finally got down, and I said, "All right, it's time to do the countdown," and we started doing the countdown, and I was like, "Come on, a Jew shouldn't be louder than all of you for the freaking Christmas tree." I said, "Why am I more excited than you people?" And they all laughed. They love it. We had a good time. So look, again, it was fun. It's sweet. I appreciate them having me, and that was a good time. That was then, and so what are you doing this weekend? Anything good? Anything good this week? Next week?
I get to mom super hard this weekend. There's birthday parties. There's Santa coming on Sunday to our neighborhood, and my oldest son has a volleyball tournament that is lasting for 3 days.
3 days.
2 hours away.
3 days. Wait.
Yeah.
Are you driving back and forth, or are you going to crash out there?
We are driving back and forth because the same day is his little brother's first birthday party. So we're driving up to Anaheim for the volleyball tournament. We're going to do the tournament. Then we're driving back down for the birthday party, and then back up the next day.
You're screwed, Mama.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah.
You're screwed, Mama. You're screwed. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
good
listen.
times.
At the end of the day, listen, you're gonna miss these times another, 5 years from now. You know what I mean? 10 years from now, you're totally gonna miss them.
And he's 17, so it's gonna be like, this is the last of it with him, So trying to keep that in my mind, like I'm going to enjoy it, even though it's a huge pain in the ass.
It is a bitch and a half. I'm telling you, I'm with you. I've been there, 25, 21, and then Haley, I'm still going through the stuff at 12.
Yeah.
So I still have a little bit left with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I just am happy to have been able to watch them grow up, and hope and glad that they're all on the right side of the law. And
Yeah.
coming from me, you never know. No, I'm just kidding. I was a good kid. It was.
Yeah, the
Anyway.
boys are good. The boys are good. I look at them sometimes and they'll do something sweet and I'll go, okay, I didn't fuck you up that bad.
Fair enough. That what works. What do you call it? Meanwhile, I've been booking up my schedule for 2023. A lot of different events. A lot of different events. I'm already scheduled for at least 6 or 7 events into 2023, which is great.
That's awesome.
So my calendar is finally getting back to the way it used to be. No,
Mhm.
and now I'm gonna have to figure out how to handle that with, like all the VO and auditions and all that other stuff. This we can do wherever. I have the
Yeah.
capability to do it wherever. But it's like when you're thinking about like, okay, well, now how do I find time for that or this or that? And I'm working it out. But I'm just I couldn't be happier, man, because I've been waiting for the floodgates to open a little bit, and
Uh-huh.
and to start traveling again more. The last few weeks, for the last month and a half, I've been touring a lot. And so it's getting back to me, which is fantastic because
Yeah.
I'm all about that. I love going out. I love meeting fans. I love meeting new people. I like seeing new faces, new places. So I'm doing Wyoming next year. I'm doing Wyoming Day.
You're
Like
getting all over the damn place. So wait, so if somebody wants to know if a brimstone is coming to a city near them, where do they go to look for that?
they go to, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. If they check out, always Instagram. I make sure to keep everything up to date on Instagram at the real Brimstone on Insta. But you go to my official website, right up on the top there. If you see schedule, you click on that, and you can funnel through, and you'll see everything from when you can catch the Dirty Little Secrets Club to when you can what do you call it, see me in Wyoming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything's there where you can find it, and the details of everything. So it's a wonderful thing having that little website.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing. Dana's like, I didn't know it was up there. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's at every Tuesday at 5 a.m. is the Dirty Little Secrets Club. You can
I
catch
made the
us.
list. I made the
There we
schedule.
go.
Speaking of dirty little secrets, we have a bunch of them here today.
Yes, I know you want to move me along. Thank you. That's why Dana like ropes
Can
me
lead
in.
a horse to water.
She's like, all right, Brim, shut the fuck up. It's time to do the secrets. All right, I forgot. Are you ready? This
I'm
is my
ready.
turn. All right,
It's
here we
your
go. All right, here we go. I gotta loosen up the mousicles. Okay, here we go. Hey, Day and Brim. The holidays are here, so I'm using this opportunity to tell you guys my Christmas secret. I'm a busy guy, and my wife is a busy woman. Gift giving is not our strong suit. Every year, we go to my wife's side of the family first. They always insist no gifts, but every year we end up with a carload of gift bags. It's always the typical white elephant type stuff: candles, wine, gift cards, etc. The next day, we go to my side of the family for dinner. I pull the name tags off the gift bags that we were given and give them to the people on my side of the family. Saves me the hassle of trying to figure out what to get people. And if I need to fill in any gaps, I just throw cash in a card. Been doing this for years. Wow. Regifting like a freaking boss. Yeah, you better listen. You better really investigate those bags, though, because sometimes people are a little privy to that stuff. They purposely write on the insides of things. Can you imagine? You know
Oh
what I mean?
God. I
Yeah.
Just be like,
You're
man,
like,
you didn't even have to take the gift bags out of the car. You were just like, man, I'll drive from one place to the other, and
I
here you
know.
go.
That's ballsy. That's ballsy. I'm impressed. I am so impressed. I'm like, wow. Okay, fair enough. Fair
Have you
enough.
ever been re-gifted something?
Okay, people try regifting me shit all the time. Like not everybody, but like people that have been in this studio, you know what I
Uh,
mean? People that
yeah.
used to be here. I'm like, I was given stuff. I'm like, you do know that I gave this to you about a year ago, right? It's like,
I liked
are
it
you
so much.
kidding
I
me?
got you the same one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. It's from the same place that I got it for you, and you've never been to this place because it's nowhere near here.
Oh boy. Oh
So
boy.
it is what it is. No, I've been regifted stuff a few times. You know what I mean? And it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? like if you feel that I'm going to have better use of something, great. Like no harm, no foul. Honestly, I am so done with gift giving over the years that
Oh
it's just like
God.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. I do love it. But I'm also to the point where it's like, what do you get everybody every goddamn year? And Danielle and the kids always say to me, like every, like, all right, well, you're so hard to buy for because you have everything you want. You know what I mean? And anything you want, all you got to do is make a phone call or send a message and they'll send it to you for nothing. So like, why are we going and getting you anything? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that's not necessarily true, but it is. And and I get it. So like, but then it makes it hard for me because I like giving gifts, and like going out and getting things for people. But I also like to get stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I like to get stuff. I like to be able to open things and be like, all right, I feel special. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So it's weird. So they sometimes they'll get me like gifts and they're trying, but it's not something that I necessarily want. Or, they'll get me like jeans, you know what I'm saying? And the jeans don't fit, and then I get upset and depressed. I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you. So now I'm depressed on a day I'm supposed to be happy. Thank you so much. I told Danielle, I said, never get me jeans again.
Yeah.
What do you call it? I said, never get me jeans. Don't get me belts. Don't get me any of that stuff unless we know the size ahead of time. I don't know. What about you?
Well, I'm a fan of it's the thought that counts. I mean, it doesn't really feel like regifting has a lot of thought going behind it. Um,
No.
but so this year my husband was like, "What did you get me? Did you get me stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Were they big gifts? Were they little gifts? Were they?" And I was like, "I don't know. I got you a couple of medium gifts and some small stuff, you know?" And he started to feel like the pressure. And I'm like, "Yo, don't feel pressured. Like you don't have to get me anything really. Like I anything that I want, I usually just go buy when I want it because I'm a goddamn adult, you know?" So I just do it. But the one thing that I have to call my husband out on because it was hilarious. Our anniversary was last month and he gifted me an idea.
Fuck you. I gifted you an idea.
This
Fuck you.
man.
Really? I love him to death, but that's ballsy. That's even more ballsy than this motherfucker who's just said, and I said, and I'm giving from one side of the family to the other.
Yes.
Holy
Yes.
shit.
He wrote in a card like, "We're going on a trip to Paso Robles." And so I'm like, "Oh, cool." So I'm like, "Well, when are we going?" And he's all, "I don't know, sometime in June or, May or something next year." And I was like,
Right.
"So you didn't book a trip for us or a place to stay or anything. You were just like, I have this idea to go to this place."
I have an idea. So maybe that's my idea for you to then go ahead and handle.
And I was like, "Well, that was a very nice thought. I appreciate it. This is not a gift. This is a thought."
This is a thought. The thought counts. But yeah. Sweetheart, can you please leave your credit card behind tomorrow so I can make some arrangements?
Oh gosh. So whenever he was trying to figure out what to get me for Christmas, I was like, "It's really not a big deal. I'm not the kind of person that gets all crazy over I need to have, some sort of special gift because I just get what I want." I was like, "But whatever you get me, make sure it's an actual tangible thing and not a fucking idea."
Wow. What do you call it? Craziness. You would think that well, maybe I guess maybe he just figured, well, you're the one who makes the plans and arrangements for the most part,
He
and
did. He
he's
did.
he's thinking of you there.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
fair enough.
And I appreciate God, I love that man. He gives me so much content.
He's great. He's be like, Brim was laughing at me. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not cool. God damn it, Brim.
That's the best part too, is that he listens to these. So he'll come home and be like, "Oh, really? You had to bring up the idea, huh?"
It's okay, sweetheart. We still love you. It's all right. It's all right. No problem. Just let me know where you're going so we can book over there too. We get to
Yeah.
see, and we'll be in neighboring cabanas. Okay.
Oh, that would be
Neighboring
fun.
cabanas. I know we can throw coconuts at each other. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? have some margaritas on the beach, and you know what I'm saying, something like that. Some Corona. Is that what they drink? No free ads on the beach. They drink Coronas
Sure.
with the lime
I
and
like Corona with the lime
margaritas
on a beach. Yep,
and
margaritas. I'm
and the
there for.
pinas coladas, a
The
little
penis
scrimp. I mean,
coladas.
the little no penis coladas. I don't want to know what you do in your damn personal cabana. Jesus Christ, had Joe walking out like a cabana boy and whatnot. How you doing?
He just sticks his penis in a coconut.
Put the penis in the coconut, you shake it all up. Put the penis in the coconut, then you get excited. Yeah, no, I don't know. All right, well, listen, this guy here has Christmas, all worked out,
You got to figure
and
it out.
listen. All due respect, the thing that's going to suck is if one family ever goes to the other family's house on the holiday and they realize, hey, that's really funny. You guys have all the same kind of things we bought your kids. Right? Can you a lot of the parents go, we bought all this stuff for the kids. Wow. What would be really, really funny? What would be really funny is if they don't look at the bags all that often and all that much. And then every year they didn't realize it, but what do you call it? They're giving is like a little card in there with like a $500 gift card, or like every year that they're just giving to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah,
like,
you need to go through those bags first and make sure you don't want any of it before you give
Uh-huh.
it away to somebody else.
That's what I'm saying. Ooh, okay.
All
What do
right.
you call it? Let's move on. It's all you.
My sister's boyfriend, who is 10 years older than me, keeps accidentally, in quotations, walking past me naked. The first time I thought it was on accident, but it's happened a lot more times now. He keeps acting surprised to see me, but I have a set schedule and am literally home at the same times every day. I tried to tell my sister about it, but she's convinced it's an accident and that he just forgets. I need a new place to live.
Wow. Well, first thing that I'm thinking here is that he obviously is not hung very well because she's like, I need a new place to live. This is not very exciting to me.
Well, I
What?
think that anytime if my sister's husband started walking, I'd be like, whoa, we have very different tastes. Like,
Yeah.
no, can you please cover that thing up? Get the fuck away from me with it.
Yeah, no, not interested. Please, come on. But is he that comfortable with her, or like
That's too comfortable.
no, I know. Or does he think that that's okay, or has she said anything about it? Like, listen, man. Like, all right, listen, sweetheart. You're here. You're sending us the secret. Hopefully, you're listening. Here's the question: have you ever said, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Put your shit away. Stop walking in front of me naked. You know what I mean? Like if you're
not
here,
interested.
if you're here and I'm cohabitating for one reason or another, throw a fucking wrap around that shit. I don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, wear a fucking robe. You know what? The holidays are coming up. Pre-gift them a fucking robe. Be like, here you go. Just so you have it, because, you've been walking out and you've been like, swinging all over the place. I don't want to see the air drying. So here you go. This is a pre-holiday gift. It's for you to wear from here to there because, I'm cohabiting. Cohabitate, ting, ting, ting. There you go.
Ting, 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 ting.
Am I making sense?
You are making sense. It's actually a little
Skeevy.
concerning.
Yeah.
That he keeps it. Like, I would be concerned. Like, what are you trying to do with it? Like, this is not the start of a porno. I am not trying to, get with my sister's boyfriend. And now this has happened so many times that it's a little inexcusable
Habit
now.
forming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is not okay. And it's kind of a bummer too that your sister isn't more upset about it and being like, yo, there are just certain things that you can't forget.
Right.
Walking around naked in front of other people, don't fucking forget to not do that. Your kids in the back seat in a car seat, don't fucking forget that they're back there. There are just certain things that you are not allowed to forget. And being naked in front of somebody that does not want to see you naked is one of those things.
Absolutely. Putting a baby on top of a freaking roof of a car and then driving off before strapping it in is not okay.
Yes, you need to remember that is something you're not allowed to forget.
Slapping a donkey in the nutsack while you're standing behind it is not okay.
It's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. You know, I don't know. I'm just trying to like keep going on that. But no, but no, this is, I was joking around at the beginning about like saying like, oh, obviously she doesn't like,
Right.
this is but at the end of the day, it's in reality, not trying to be funny. It's disgusting. It's inappropriate. It should never
Mm.
be happening. And the fact of the matter is if the sister is not smart enough to know what's going on, then, oh, well, you know what? Maybe he is stupid and maybe he's not paying attention and maybe he doesn't really realize. Maybe he's, maybe it's a new situation that the sister's there and, maybe he's used to walking around naked and, or maybe he doesn't hear anything. He gives the benefit of the doubt, or he's not thinking about it. I don't know.
There's some variables that we're
there are
unaware
some
of.
variables.
Yeah.
Like my father, for instance, my father is always freely walked around naked or would wear the little tiny underwear. You know what I'm saying? My father has the body for that. Even at this age he's got a decent body for that. So he would always walk around like either in a tiny little bikini briefs or what do you call, or naked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he forgets that somebody's in the house or somebody's home that he didn't realize, oops, you know what I mean? A couple times, you know what I mean? Then, like, all right, well, it was a mistake. Anything over 2 or 3 times, though, 3 times, 4 times, that's a habit forming.
Yeah.
My father would always, if when he knows, if he knows my family's over, he knows the girls are over, you know what I mean? Like either Samantha or Haley, even Dylan, you know what I mean? He'll wear, at least the underwear, or he'll wear like boxer briefs now because I yelled at him for wearing bikinis all the time. You know what I mean? I was like, like cut that crap out. So, but he's, what do you call it? But he used to. I love walking around my house, undressed. I'd rather have no clothes on. But when my girls are home, or visiting, I won't, or if Dylan's home, I won't. Or I'll have a blanket where I can easily put it around me, tie it up, and walk into the other room and put clothes on.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, I haven't done it in a while because, everybody's been in and out.
Yeah.
But that is a perfect example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it if you're depending on the situation. But if this young lady said to her sister, I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Yes.
Her sister should have that conversation with him and say, she's uncomfortable, which makes me uncomfortable. I'm not, and she could even say, look, I don't think that you're doing it on purpose. Because if he hasn't approached her, you know what I mean? He's just walking by. Maybe again, if he's going about it, that's one thing. Or if he's just walking by oblivious, that's another. If he's walking by oblivious, it could very well be.
Tie a string around your dick if you need to remember, okay? Like, make sure that you don't forget.
I'm not trying to poo-poo it at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that there might be he might not be thinking about it. But if she's uncomfortable and she's living there, then there has to be some, that's not right. That's not right. Like, I don't want to come out. I don't want to come out if I'm visiting you and see Joe's peep. I don't want to see it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, no offense. And if it's going to come, at least let me know so I could be like prepared so you could see mine too. You know what I mean? Joe's like,
sword
all right,
fight.
Brim. Joe's like, all right, Brim. All right. My lightsaber's bigger than yours. Where's your lightsaber? Where's your lightsaber, Dayna? There we go. Ah, your lightsaber is bigger than mine.
Like, it lights up.
Oh, it lights up. Does it make the sounds too?
I don't know. Oh, it's blinking now. Yeah, I thought I heard a noise before we started recording, so I took my son's lightsaber downstairs because apparently this plastic sword was going to protect me.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. All right. Shall we move on, my friend?
Let's go.
All right. And let me just restate that this is not me. This is the writer says, I am a male and I just quit my job to do OnlyFans. I started last year. I only charge a small fee for the subscription, but I make a lot of money doing requests and off of tips. Someone paid me $300 for a 15-second video of me peeing. Another one paid me $200 to flex and bark like a dog. It's weird, but I'm making a killing, and my wife has no clue because I do it all while she's at work. All right, sir. Until somebody grabs a couple of screenshots and puts it all over the internet.
Of you
Good luck with
barking
that.
like a dog while flexing.
Can you imagine? Oh, I couldn't. I couldn't.
I don't know how OnlyFans works though, because I've never been on it, so I don't know if you can like screen grab stuff like that or download the videos.
Watch this.
Or
click. I just took a picture of us right now.
Oh yeah.
What's
You're right.
There's no way for them to. They could say, yeah, there's no way to grab it while you're there. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
But I don't know.
I mean, if somebody was gonna pay me $200 to flex my non-existent muscles and bark like a dog, I mean, I might consider doing that. Ruff. Ruff, ruff.
Naked, but you got to be naked while doing it. I'm assuming. I am assuming. I don't know.
Somebody's offering you $300 to take a video of you peeing. Are you making $300 that day, or
are they watching? Are they seeing my little weenie?
I don't know.
They have to see my weenie, or is it just the stream? If it's a golden stream itself,
let's say the stream.
If it's just the stream, sure, why not?
There you go.
I'll do that for you like 10 times a day. You kidding me? Shit, it'd be like nighttime pee awards going on. I get up like at least 4 or 5 times. Yeah, I'd be like, I'll take it. I'll put you on a plan. You know what I mean? Like, set that shit up, and as soon as the lights go on, you get. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, I'd buy a new freaking phone just to pee on it. You know what I'm saying? You get the full action.
Every time you get up to go to the bathroom, you're like, guys, I'll be back. I'm working.
I'm working. Go to work.
Go to work.
Fuck that. What do you call it? Not gonna show my peep on nothing. What do you call it? Listen, if I was that confident in my penis, I'd be doing porn. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think you might get in trouble for that.
Probably, but listen, I got a face for radio. You know what I'm saying? Porn's not going to work for me. Although Ron Jeremy did it for quite some time, so yeah. Very interesting dude. Very interesting guy. What do you call it? Ron was always a nice guy. Unfortunately, he wasn't always a nice guy, which is why he's in trouble. Yeah. Did I ever tell you the first time we met in person? And what do you call it? He went and I like didn't think about it, and I went to we went to shake hands, and I was like, afterwards I'm like, oh god, this is Ron Jeremy.
Does anybody have hand sanitizer? Does anybody?
It's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
So that being said, he is he was very nice and polite, but again, what he did to people was not nice and polite,
Yeah.
So that being said, anyway, I don't even know where I was going with that at this point. Oh yeah, but he made so much money as a porn actor, like he looked the way he did. I mean, he looks like
if I saw him at a bar, I would not have approached.
No,
like just if he was just a regular dude at a bar. I mean, even him as Ron Jeremy, he's not the kind of person that I would have looked at and personally been like, yes, please give me some of that.
Yeah. What do you call it? No, never. I love the fact that people are just so gross that I really don't love the fact I'm just saying it, that people are so gross that they still throw themselves on a guy like Ron Jeremy because of who he is.
Right. Yeah,
I've seen it.
Yeah,
it's gross.
I'm sure.
He, by the way, so for my roast, when I was roasted, he roasted me.
Oh, no way. That's so
he
funny.
Roasted me, and it was really good. It was funny. I'm gonna give him that. He roasted me, and it was really freaking funny. The two adult people that did it was him and Tara Patrick had done it with my buddy Evan, because at the time the two of them were married. Evan Seinfeld is from the band Biohazard, and I know Evan for years, and so. And it killed me too, by the way, because Tara was my favorite adult film star at that time, and I was very, very hurt that he was then married, so I couldn't watch her anymore. So You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's wrong with dude? Like, what's wrong with you? You know?
Yeah.
and
Damn
then
it.
and then Danielle got to meet her and everything too. I was just like, see, and that's why you can't have a hall pass. Going back to last week, you can't have a fucking hall pass because shit's gonna happen. See, there. I forgot about that whole shit. What do you call it? With Tara, I was like, well, I would have put Tara on there. She's on my list. You know what I mean? But and then then
Your
then
friend went and ruined it.
my friend went and married her. I mean, and then my wife got to meet her. So it was not good for me. So I lose anyway. Last one. Or are we done with this one? I mean, are you? I mean, would you be okay with Joe sitting and peeing on film for $300?
Listen, he's his own man. He can do whatever he wants. He wants to pee for $300. That's his decision. He can do what he wants.
Joe, she doesn't mean it. I'm telling you, she doesn't mean it.
No, sure we do. I tell him all the time. I'm like, I don't have to necessarily agree with your decision. And if I don't agree with your decision, I get to make that choice. But he is his own person. He can do whatever he wants. And then I get to decide if I'm okay with it or not. But I don't like to be like, you can't, because I mean, if he ever came to me and said, you can't do this, I'd be like, ha, who do you think you're talking to? I can do whatever I want. But you also get to make the decision on whether or not you can deal with that.
Absolutely. 100%. So I guess we're on to the last one.
Yes. Our last one here says, my wife is addicted to TikTok and it's destroying our marriage. Anytime I come home, she's mindlessly swiping through videos or planning her next videos. She has a decent following and she's constantly trying to impress strangers on the internet. I can't even get her to put it down at dinner to have a conversation with me. When she's not scrolling TikTok, she's talking about what she's seen on TikTok. When I try and have sex with her, she's looking at her phone, ignoring me. I secretly hope they ban TikTok so I can have my wife back.
I got to tell you, I can empathize not completely with this, but to a certain extent where, listen, and half of our lives, you, myself, as entertainers, as podcasters, as people in the public eye, we are consistently on social media. Yeah. However, we also know that there is a time and a place to do that, and you can't be doing it every single second of every single day. And sometimes, like with Danielle, I mean, she had for I'm not going to lie about it. I mean, she was not obsessed with it, but she was on it repeatedly because she's in all these groups and all these ladies and so forth. So she's in a makeup group and you're in this group and you're in that group and then all your friends and your school people and blah 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 blah. And you go ding 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 ding, and then every 2 seconds, Haley now, because she's got a phone, so she's sending memes and videos, and Samantha and Danielle are on the phone back and forth all day each day. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So after a while, you look at it and you go, all right, well, is there any time for me? You know what I mean? Like so I can empathize to a certain extent, you know what I mean, with this, and I honestly, I can't say anything. I can't say this person's wrong. Yeah. But like on the flip, like you would say, look, Joe could do, like you just said, Joe could do whatever he wants. You might not agree with it, but if you don't agree with it, you'll have a conversation about it and so forth and take it from there. I mean, is this woman, is that all she does? Is TikTok what she's trying to do? Is she trying to become an influencer on TikTok? I mean, what is she doing? Like, is that what her goal is? Has she always wanted to do entertainment?
Business?
Is it business? You know what I mean? Because that's what's left out of this. You know what I mean? Can't even get her to put it down at dinner, like, and have a conversation. See, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
When you lose that intimacy, you know what I mean? Like, that's a big deal. And what I do want to let everybody out there know, and I'll go serious right now, is that when you're in a relationship, it goes both ways. The intimacy has to be there. You have to take the time out for your partner, because if you don't, that intimacy goes. That's your entire relationship. You know what I mean? Sex is sex. People don't necessarily have sex with people that they're in love with. They just have random sex, as we've had conversations about on the show 1,003 times. The intimacy is what is what's important. The proof of love is what's important. The time spent showing the proof of love is important.
Totally.
Like intimacy, you can have intimacy with many people. Dana and I have intimacy with each other. We have intimate conversations because we're close friends.
Yeah.
I have intimate relationships with a few other people, men and female, that are
Mhm.
my close friends. But there's nobody that you should have the ultimate experience in terms of intimacy with than your significant other. If you
Yeah.
can't make time for each other, that's a problem, and you need to reevaluate the relationship. So if you have if this is business, I understand. Dana understands business. Like, look, we bust our asses and we work more than the average Joe, because entertainment, you're working for yourself 24/7. So
Yeah.
I get that, but you do need to have a conversation to say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Maybe she doesn't know how you feel. But I would let her know that, this is how you're feeling, and you'd really like her to have to take some time with you, because you're feeling like you're missing that intimacy, you're missing that what you had, you know what I mean? and
Yeah.
and you need that spark back. Am I on point, or I'm just going to pass the torch to you?
100%. Yeah, I agree with everything that you just said. And even it is an addiction. I mean, it is shown that social media is super addicting. You get
Huge.
those, dopamine hits every time you get an alert, and it brings you back and brings you back and brings you back. And then they put up a certain algorithm to show you all the things that you like to keep you coming back and
Right.
using their apps more. And so it's it's hard because I mean, even myself, I have to put my phone down and away from me
Hmm.
so that I can spend time. And there are times where, I'll be sitting outside drinking coffee with my husband, and I'll be like, "Hey, would you like to talk to me now instead of looking at what's going on the phone?"
Right.
And he'll be like, "Oh, yep," and we'll put our phones down. But we make a conscious effort to do that with each other. And
Yeah.
it sounds like maybe his wife isn't making that conscious effort, which might also be a sign of something a little deeper going on that needs to be talked about as well. So, man, that really sucks. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people are in the same boat as this guy.
Yeah, and it's because it's just social media is becoming such a big thing. The internet in general, it's a beautiful thing and it's an awful thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's given us the world and the universe at our fingertips, but it's also given us the world and the universe at our fingertips. You know what I mean? So it's all a matter of how you're looking at it, and as to where it's a necessary evil to
Mm-hmm.
a certain extent with social media. And and again, every just like everybody else, I'll go down rabbit holes and watch a bunch of stupid things. Like,
Yeah.
I try not to. I try to, like, just go on there to work and make things happen, via work wise. But what do you call it? At the end of the day, I know how easy and addictive it is.
Totally.
Um, I know how addictive it is when I post something to go and watch to see, okay, is
How
this
many
is this post going to
likes?
work?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how many comments am I getting or whatever, and
Mhm.
like who's commenting, and I know I need to comment back, and I have to stop and put it down after I post. I put it down, and then I walk away because I know that I'm just going to be sitting and
Yeah.
staring at it. So I understand where the wife is.
Yeah.
She Now let's take it on the other side. I'm going to take a flip side. She might also be having something going on. Maybe she's feeling depressed. Maybe she's feeling lonely. Maybe she's a
Mhm.
stay-at-home mom. Maybe she's not feeling like she was getting attention that she wanted. Maybe she's sitting home lonely all day, and TikTok is the answer. And maybe that's how she feels, that she has a sense of community and people and so forth. So maybe she's not seeing it, and that's where the conversation has to happen.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what
she
I'm
needs
saying?
to make a choice here, and she
Yeah.
needs to make a conscious effort to put it down, because if she doesn't make that choice, it's not going to happen, and your relationship's gonna stay the same. So,
Right. I
yeah,
agree.
bummer.
I agree. I hope that helps you, by the way, sir.
Yeah.
And anybody else who's going through those issues. And again, it's all about communication, having a conversation. And the problem is when you're trying to have that conversation over and over and over again, and the person's not listening. That's when
Yeah.
you're going to have an issue. Sometimes people have a hard time admitting that they're wrong, or they're doing something that's not beneficial to their relationship, and that happens on both sides. So what do you call
does.
it? Anyways, just wanted to put it out there. That's about all the time we have, I think, Day. I mean, is that it? That I went all freaking TED Talk on these motherfuckers? I mean, like
and guys, if you want advice from me and Brim, or you just want to share your dirty little secrets with us, you can go to our website at thedirtylittlesecretsclub.com and anonymously submit them to us.
And what is the only rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club, Day?
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in every single week. Make sure to catch us next week, and we love you guys. Be well.
You think we want something from you, you got another thing coming.